What if the one thing your cat quietly resents most is something you're already doing before you've even had your morning coffee? Here's what makes this so hard to see. Cats don't protest. They don't follow you around grumbling until you figure out the problem. Instead, they do something far more subtle. They begin to withdraw, slowly, quietly, a little more each week. And most owners never register what's happening until the warmth between them and their cat has already cooled into something unrecognizable. What makes it worse is that the habits pushing your cat away don't feel like mistakes. They feel normal. Some of them feel genuinely loving. That's exactly what makes them so easy to miss and so damaging over time. Today we're walking through 6 of them. And I want to flag something now that I'll return to at the very end. There's a specific way cats signal that they're giving up on a connection, and it's so quiet that most people miss it entirely until it's far too late. 1. The scents you love are quietly overwhelming your cat. Picture your typical evening wind down, a candle on the coffee table, a diffuser humming on the shelf. The room smells warm and familiar. You feel completely at ease. Your cat does not. A cat's nose is equipped with over 200 million scent receptors. Humans carry roughly 5 million. That calming lavender candle you light every night? To your cat, it's the equivalent of being sealed inside a room full of open perfume bottles with no windows and no way out. The intensity isn't subtle, it's suffocating. But scent overwhelm is only half the issue, as certain essential oils, tea tree, eucalyptus, peppermint among others, are not just unpleasant for cats, they're genuinely toxic. The reason is biological. Cats are missing a specific liver enzyme required to process particular chemical compounds found in these oils. When those compounds enter the body through inhalation or skin contact, there is no mechanism to break them down and clear them. The outcome can range from drooling and vomiting to respiratory distress and, with prolonged exposure, serious liver damage. And the cruelest detail is how invisible all of this looks. Your cat won't cough dramatically or flee the room in obvious distress. They'll simply stop choosing to be in that space. They'll relocate. You'll assume they found a comfortable new corner somewhere. You'll never connect it to the candle. If your wind-down ritual includes scented products, look into pet-safe alternatives with lower volatile compound levels. Always keep air moving through ventilated rooms, and never run a diffuser in a space your cat cannot leave freely. Their ability to breathe clean air is not a preference to work around. It is a basic need. 2. Expecting 2 solitary animals to share everything peacefully. If you have more than one cat, I want you to sit with this question honestly. Is it possible that one of your cats has been quietly suffering for weeks, even months, and you've had no idea? Cats did not evolve to share. Unlike dogs who descend from animals with deep pack instincts, cats are wired as solitary hunters. Their entire behavioural architecture is built around having their own resources, their own territory, their own defined space. When you bring 2 cats into the same home and give them one food bowl, one litter box, one sleeping area, you haven't created a household. You've created a silent territorial conflict that never fully resolves. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behaviour identified resource competition as one of the primary drivers of chronic stress in homes with multiple cats. And this stress almost never announces itself as open aggression. It appears as one cat gradually eating less, another beginning to avoid the litter box, a third spending most of the day tucked away somewhere isolated. These patterns get filed away as personality traits when they are actually distress responses. What actually helps is straightforward but rarely followed. 1 litter box per cat, plus 1 extra. Separate feeding stations at distance from one another. Multiple elevated resting spots throughout the home because height represents safety in a way that floor-level space simply cannot for a cat. You don't need a bigger house to solve this. You need to stop requiring 2 fundamentally solitary animals to compete in silence for every resource that keeps them comfortable. 3. Misreading what the belly roll actually means. Your cat finds a patch of afternoon light, stretches slowly and rolls onto their back, belly fully exposed, expression relaxed, eyes soft. You reach down for what feels like an obvious invitation. 2 seconds later, your hand is held inside 4 sets of claws and a very committed bite. Here's what actually happened. The belly holds every vital organ. In any environment where survival is uncertain, exposing it to another creature is an extreme risk. One cat's a void with nearly everything they have. When your cat rolls over in your presence, they are not making a request. They are offering a declaration. I feel secure enough near you to let every guard I have fall away. That is one of the highest expressions of trust available in the feline emotional vocabulary. The moment you reach in and start rubbing, you've answered that declaration with physical contact they never asked for. Done repeatedly, your cat learns a hard and lasting lesson. Lowering their guard leads to being grabbed. Your cat showing you their belly is a gift of trust, not a request for touch. Studies from the University of Lincoln confirm that cats display far more positive responses to contact in areas they actually prefer. Along the cheeks, below the ears, beneath the chin, compared to touch at the belly or tail. The science simply confirms what cats have been trying to tell us all along. Visibility is not the same as availability. Next time your cat rolls over, do something more powerful than reaching in. Sit nearby. Speak quietly. Offer a slow blink. Let them hold that moment of openness exactly as they intended it. You will earn more trust by doing nothing than you ever would by grabbing. 4. Holding eye contact that reads as a threat. You catch your cat's gaze from across the room. You hold it. You feel close, present, like something real is being shared between you. Your cat is running a risk assessment. In human relationships, sustained eye contact signals honesty, openness, and genuine care. In the feline world, a direct and unbroken stare is one of the clearest signals of dominance and potential aggression. It is the look exchange between cats in the charged moments before a confrontation. When you lock eyes and hold the gaze waiting for connection, your cat is reading the situation as a challenge and trying to decide how to respond. The look you offer as love, your cat receives as a warning. There is a far better option. A 2020 study out of the University of Sussex found that cats were significantly more likely to approach and engage with a person who offered slow, deliberate blinks versus someone who maintained a steady, neutral expression. The researchers describe the slow blink as a measurable form of positive emotional exchange across species. The slow blink is the actual language. It communicates, I see you. I am calm. I mean you no harm. Look at your cat softly. Let your eyelids drop halfway. Hold a pause. Open them again. No urgency behind it. No expectation attached to it. In most cases, your cat will blink back. And that one small exchange carries more warmth and meaning than any prolonged staring contest ever could. 5. Erasing their map without any warning. You rearrange the living room one weekend afternoon and feel satisfied with how fresh everything looks. Your cat spends the following 3 days acting like they've been relocated to a foreign country. You call it dramatic. What's actually happening is something much more disorienting. Cats build detailed spatial maps of their home territory. Every object, every corner, every surface serves a function within that map. And many objects carry scent markers your cat placed there deliberately over time. That face rub along the edge of the sofa, the slow, deliberate circling of a chair leg. Your cat is building a record, laying down markers, constructing an internal landscape where every point signals mine, safe, familiar. When you move their sleeping spot, shift the litter box even a few feet, or remove a shelf they've been using for months, you don't just redecorate, you erase that map. Not partially, completely. A cat navigating a space that no longer matches their internal blueprint is operating under genuine stress, and that stress surfaces as hiding, reduced appetite, or avoiding the litter box entirely. These responses look like unrelated quirks. They are a connected reaction to an environment that suddenly no longer makes sense. If changes are necessary, make them one at a time and slowly. Let your cat re-explore and remark each shift before you introduce the next. Their core items, food, water, litter, should move last, if at all. A single adjustment feels like an update. Multiple simultaneous changes feel like a takeover. 6. Going quiet when your cat is trying to reach you. Earlier, I mentioned that cats have a specific way of signalling they're pulling back, one so subtle most owners never register it. This is where that thread lands, and it may be the part of this video you carry with you longest. Adult cats do not meow at other cats. They simply don't. It's not a meaningful part of how they communicate within their own species. Yeah, researchers believe meowing developed specifically as a tool for crossing the gap between cats and humans, a form of vocal communication that evolved because of us, aimed at us, built for us. Every chirp when you walk through the front door, every soft trill as they follow you from room to room, every quiet call from the other end of the hallway. These are not background sounds your cat produces by accident. They are intentional, repeated attempts at contact. They are your cat choosing again and again to use the only bridge they have to reach you. Research from Sophia University in Tokyo demonstrated that cats can recognize their owner's specific voice and distinguish it clearly from the voices of strangers. They are not just picking up on sound. They know it is you they are listening for. The question the research doesn't answer, but you have to, is whether you're listening back. When you don't respond, when you keep scrolling, when you move through the room without acknowledging them, when you talk over the sound, your cat doesn't get louder. They don't escalate or become more persistent. They quietly stop trying. And a cat that has stopped trying to reach you is one of the quietest, most avoidable heartbreaks in any human-pet relationship. This is where everything we've covered today converges. The scent that pushed them out of their favourite room. The territorial pressure they absorbed without complaint. The trust they offered through their belly that got grabbed instead of honoured. The slow blink they were waiting for and never received. The map you erased without knowing what it meant to them. Every one of those moments ends the same way. Your cat withdrew a little further and the gap grew before you knew to close it. Talk back. When they meow, say something, anything. When they follow you, acknowledge that they're there. You don't need to decode each sound to make it count. You simply need to make it clear that the bridge still runs in both directions. If this has changed how you think about your cat, like this video and follow Cat's Curio. We do this kind of deep dive regularly for cat owners who actually want to understand what their cats are communicating, because the cat that is still meowing at you is the cat that still believes you're listening. Don't let them stop believing that.